10 days out from competition, just what did the team kind of work on in practice throughout the week to get ready for another meet against Denver?
We actually have been working on a lot of basics the past couple of practices. And by that, I mean just shapes and certain skills, timers on vault, which is, us trying to get our rotation better so that we're more dynamic, and just little things like that across the board. But also working on upgrading some skills, since we had a couple of extra practices in there, and including on bars and vault and beam. And so it's nice to be able to take a little bit of a break from, the monotony of just routine after routine after routine and pressure. And that's kind of the fun part of the sport anyway, is getting to try some new stuff. And so it is very much appreciated. And honestly, that just builds their confidence, when they can come in and not be under so much pressure. So that's what we've been working on. And today is back to the grind, getting ready because we leave on Saturday. So back to routines today, but overall they've been in a great mood, working hard. Conditioning has been great. So it's been a good week of practice.
And we're kind of 5 meets into the season already, heading into Denver. I know you said you wanted to fix a couple mistakes, concentration, errors, and things like that. Just what are you looking to accomplish here in the 5th meet of the season?
Going into this one, it's a road stretch for us, and we've got to hit 2 great road scores, for part of our ranking system with postseason. And so we've got to make this one count. Denver's a great team. It's a great chance for us to go out there, be competitive with them. But also get a great road score that we can bring back home with us and start to solidify, our ranking. So that is the most important thing for me as a coach, is going out there and, getting the score that we need, which is going to be 24 out of 24 hit routines. But even with that, some of those routines that we're counting, we need them going 9.8 plus. And so that's why we have worked on some of the basics, to help the mental concentration errors that we had, to work on those handstands and landings, and then even upgrading, some difficulty, and trying a couple of different things in lineup again. So it's this year with COVID-19, it's like we have taken the plan and thrown it out the window like 20 times since July. So it's really just kind of seeing what's working and what's not working. And, we're doing fairly well with consistency and hitting the routines. But we need to go out to Denver and put up some big numbers, and we're fully capable of doing that. And so that's my number one goal. And as always for the team, I just want them to go out there and do what they do every day, which is great gymnastics.
You mentioned a couple of lineup changes. Are we looking to see anything specific come Sunday?
Quite possibly. It's Mitch, or Michelle Waldron, I call her Mitch, sorry, she is pushing very hard for a lineup spot on bars. Her consistency in practice keeps getting better and better. Kayla Yancey also is back with us and training full. She was out for a couple of weeks, with COVID-19. And, so she's going to be looking to break back into the vault and bar lineups, which is, where she contributed the most last year. And so with that, and then on beam, we have a couple of open spots, and we have some really good routines that are fighting for those spots that have scored 9.8 even this year. So the beam is another area that we can really, bring in some big numbers. And then on floor, Abby Pearson did, a beautiful double out last week, or at the last home competition against Denver. We need to look and see if that lineup order needs to change. So every event could look different, but it'll just all be decided based on warm-ups really once we get out there.
And last question, you mentioned getting a big road score, how much that would help in the national rankings. Kind of what does the team need to do mentally to prepare just going into this weekend meet, knowing how important it is?
they, as far as the team goes, they, one thing that I've really stressed with them this year is focus on what they can control. There are so many unknowns, so, with traveling, not knowing what to expect when you get to the hotel, what is the environment going to be like in a different city when dealing with COVID-19? So it's just really, I want them to focus on what they can control, and that's their work ethic, their attitude, their approach to competition, their excitement. They've got to be able to bring all of that, which we have in the gym every day. They've got to be able to recreate that environment. And so that's really what I want them focused on. And, as far as the officials and lineup changes and, jobs and everything, people running around like crazy and whatever the protocols are, wherever we are, with, regards to COVID-19, that's up to the coaches, and the rest of the staff to deal with that. And so that's what we'll be focused on going into the competition on Sunday.